Happy day, students. Today we are going to read an interesting poem in class 8 English. The name of the poem is The Elephant and the Tragopan. The name of the poet is Vikram Seth. Vikram Seth was born on 28 June 1952. He is an Indian novelist and a poet. He has written several novels and poetry books. He has received numerous awards such as Padma Shri, Sahitya Academy Award, Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, W. H. Smith Literary Award, and Crossword Book Award. His collections of poetry such as Mappings and Beastly Tales are notable contributions to the Indian English language poetry canon. You can look at the other work of the poet. Vikram Seth, Two Lives, Three Chinese Poets. So these are the different work of the poet. If you want to browse through it and learn more, you can do so. So let us look at the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is true ownership is stewardship. What is stewardship? Something that you plan or you own. You decide to safeguard it. Okay. So true ownership is stewardship. In the process of developing the country, no consideration is given to the environment. So usually we look at the development. How should we develop this place? How should we develop that place? But in turn, how are we affecting the environment? We don't think about that. Throughout the poem, the poet gives various hints that are intended to serve as insights to the readers to remind them of their responsibility towards the country. The poem also discusses about India's venture into building forest dams. In this poem, the elephant is representing the entire animal kingdom and is given attributes of man, making him think, analyze the situation and voice his opinion like a person. It also represents a frank description of man, highlighting his main weaknesses from which all the others stem. In his selfishness, he thinks that he is the master of the earth and that egoism is the root of the mess wherein he has exploited the earth for his benefits. So man has been very selfish, who has exploited the ecosystem and the environment for his own benefits. The poet also highlights the contradictory character of man, which reflects his good and bad qualities. He can be gentle yet hurtful, caring yet cruel, sane and crazy. So you can look at the kind of qualities that has been expressed in this poem. So we humans can be caring, but we can also be cruel at times. We may be gentle and soft, but we may hurt somebody in that process, and we may be sane, that is wise, but can also be crazy at times. So as a result, he creates an imbalance in the ecosystem, endangering flora and fauna. So let's look at the summary. The poem is a discussion by the animals and the birds of the forest in a poetic style. So here the animals and the birds, they discuss a lot of things in this poem. The discussion is about human venture to convert the animals' home in the woodlands into a reservoir for the benefit of a nearby city. So they are thinking about, the steps that are taken to create a reservoir or dams, you can say that, for the benefit of the people who live in the nearby city. But nobody is bothered about how it is going to endanger these animals and species. The elephant says that human beings kill animals for various reasons and hardly show gratitude towards animals. So the elephant, who represents the entire animal kingdom, says that human beings are very selfish. They try to create a lot of danger for us. They kill us for their own purposes, or they kill us for their own benefits. They don't have any gratitude. We are not thankful at all towards the animals. Man, it adds, is a confusing blend of opposites. That is, the animal says, human beings are a confusing blend. Blend is mixture of opposites. They can be gentle, but they can also be dangerous. They can be sensible, but unpredictable. Nobody can predict what man would do next. Level-headed and crazy. Level-headed is balanced thinking, but we can also be crazy. Man's destruction of the environment is his basic selfishness. So the elephant says, man has destructed, that is damaged the environment for his own benefits, which is wrong. He thinks that he is entitled to their service to satisfy his needs and continue to exploit them. So the elephant says, man does not think, about our safety, about good things for the animals, but he exploits it, uses the environment, damages the ecosystem, kills animals for his own benefits. He is not kind to them, nor does he allow to feel them secure anywhere. So the elephant says, man, with all his, the work that he has done, he has tried to exploit a lot of things, tried to kill animals. So all his ways are very cruel, and he does not allow the animals to feel secure anywhere. The irony is that the man worships animals as gods and holds festival in their honor. So the elephant says, man also worship animals as god. There are many people who actually try to they really try to consider or worship animals as gods. You can see cows, they are considered as gods, and we also hold festivals in their honor. Yeah, we have Matu Pongal, we have so many things that we hold as festivals. What is the point in doing all that when man kills us, is what the elephant says. He even writes about their goodness and greatness, yet does not care for them. So you can see a lot of people who write about great things about animals, the useful things about animals, their greatness, but yet we don't care about them. The elephant says that the only way to protect themselves from imminent danger would be to be united in their fight against man, vowing to live together or die together. So the elephant says nothing can be done. Now we all have to be united in a fight against man, and we will fight with man, that is the human beings. Either we will live together or we will die together. The views of the elephant regarding man provide insights to her behavior and also questions our wisdom. So the views of the elephant, when we look at the views of the elephant, we also realize how much damage we have done to them, how much we have endangered the ecosystem. So it provides insights is valuable details about man's, human beings' attitude, and it also questions our wisdom. Is it right what we are doing? So when you read the poem, you really would realize how much we have, that is mankind, human beings have endangered or damaged the environment, the ecosystem, even the lives of animals and birds for our own benefits. So what is the learning outcome after we read the poem? We understand the seriousness of the situation wherein the man's progress leads to imbalance in the ecosystem. So we realize that a lot of things that we have done, we shouldn't have done. We have literally lost the imbalance in the ecosystem. We realize and understand the need for conservation. So after reading the poem, we are like, okay, now we should act in such a way that we don't waste resources and we also conserve whatever we have. Steps to create balance in the ecosystem. So we need to find out what has affected, which ways of ours has affected the ecosystem. So we should look at the steps that we can correct it. Relate to a story poem. So this poem is not a small poem, it's like a story. So in a form of a story, the poet has written the poem. So here it is like we understand how a poem can also convey a lot of things as a story. To understand the ability of the elephant to describe man's progress as a form of regression. So we understand the ability, the talent of an elephant who describes, man's progress, the advancement that the man has tried to do, but actually it is a form of regression. Regression is, it goes back to the same form where it started. So it's almost like, man has tried to develop a lot of things, but if you see, it has adverse effects. So these are the learning outcomes. So kindly read the poem and understand and realize the theme of the poem. Thank you, children. Wish you a happy day again.